Joshua from the
Welcome back to Clan Brandalorian, guys. I'm the Brandalorian. I'm joined by my sidekick, our co-pilot in the Millennium Falcon, Bailey. What's going on, brother?
How's it going, guys?
But we're back here. This is episode 7, and we're Star Wars fans. Let's start it off with some toxicity. So,
oh my God, bro!
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass
on the I did this video a long time ago. It's just even a short. It's about Luke and the sequels, and I give it a 50-50. You guys can check it out. I give it a, if you like it, I understand, and if you don't like it, I understand that as well. But I guess I'm a shill. I had to Google that and see what that means. But This guy here said, "You sound like one of them shills. They literally ruined his entire character. Not fitting at all." All right. Well, in my opinion, that's an L take. I understand, Luke wanting to go off and be a hermit, but at the same time, with Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams' writing of Luke, I don't love the writing, but taking, what they give us in the sequels, I get it. So, but yeah, just to kick that off, that's what we got. Anyways, now that that's over, we're really gonna kick into this episode. If you've seen episode 6, we talked about all Sith, all dark side. And in this episode, we are coming at you with the Jedi. So just to kick it off, something short and sweet. Bailey, what is the best Jedi lightsaber?
The best Jedi. I got that thing on me too. We gotta go. We gotta go goated.
Oh yeah, it's
OG.
beautiful.
Luke Skywalker.
Is that thing hefty?
2 or 3 pounds. I mean, it's solid. I mean, it's aluminum. It's not like.
Is it what you think a Jedi would actually feel like, or a Jedi lightsaber?
I feel like this feels pretty legit, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That is the one thing I don't have in my collection is a lightsaber of any sort.
Yeah. I mean, this was expensive. I mean, I probably could have got it cheaper, but I bought it off Amazon. So, I mean, it's one of the Galaxy's Edge ones, so they're also gouging a little bit too, I'm sure, but...
Yeah.
I think I was talking about it last video where I bought this one, but I almost bought Dooku's.
Right.
I need to get a Sith one too, one from each side. So I'm thinking, and that's going to be Dooku's or it's going to be Vader's.
Yeah, Vader's so sexy, but Dooku with the curved hilt, you can't go wrong. It's one of a kind.
It's awesome.
Can't be too mad at it. But if I was to pick my favorite Jedi lightsaber, it would definitely be Obi-Wan's. There are some, correlations between Luke and Obi-Wan. So Luke is my close second. But at the same time, they're right there neck and neck. They definitely look alike in a way. But, obviously you get the blue with Obi-Wan and then the green with Luke.
Well, I think, I don't know 100% sure if it's canon or Legends. I think it's canon, though. I'm pretty sure. That Luke found the designs for this lightsaber in Obi-Wan's hut on Tatooine.
Mm.
And they say he found a crystal there too. I think they said he found the crystal for it there too. And they call them like the Desert Twins.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
the Desert Twins. Yep.
It's got like this piece here, which I think it's like a combination. This one is like a combination of Obi-Wan's and Anakin's.
Mm-hmm.
Of what he liked from both, but
yeah, there's also rumors that Luke's Kyber crystal from Return of the Jedi is actually Qui-Gon's.
Yeah, that's also what I've seen too.
I'd be cool if that was the truth or not, or if he just went and found his own, or however he came across it, because he would have had to go and get one regardless.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But maybe we'll find out in like the Tales of the Jedi extended cut with Luke Skywalker. That'd be tight.
That would be tight.
But going on to the next one, Who's your favorite low key Jedi? And this is, not Obi-Wan, not Anakin, Mace Windu, Yoda. Like who is someone that's not one of the four that's one of your favorite Jedi?
Plo Koon, it's got to be him.
Koon Plo.
The GOAT. That's who Filoni was saying was pulling up to save Grogu in the X-Wing at the end of Mando Season 2. I mean, it's cool that it was Luke, but it should have been Plo Koon too. That would have been fire.
Yeah, that would be dope.
He's not dead. He's still around.
His planet, actually, they're born around fire, so he's not scared of fire. He didn't blow up. He's still alive.
Exactly. Those things probably have like ejection seats or something. He just waited for him to cruise by.
Yeah, a little eject button.
A little eject button. A little crispy, sure, but
yeah, that's fine.
He's fine.
As long as his respirator's not, blown into smithereens, he'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Plo Koon is a good one. I always loved the dynamic of him being one of the first to like wield a yellow lightsaber like within the Jedi Council. That's pretty tight. And I feel like with what they're gonna do with Rey and however they adapt her character, she's living on the yellow lightsaber. So it's cool to see. So every time I see a yellow lightsaber, I'm always thinking Plo Koon. But obviously, by the time of the Clone Wars and stuff, he, has a blue lightsaber. But yeah. I wish in the Clone Wars they would have given him the chance to have a yellow lightsaber. I thought that would be, a lot better. But I love Plo Koon's character in the Clone Wars. I'm glad they give him some arc because, we just see him get killed in Revenge of the Sith. We get to see glimpses of him in Attack of the Clones. So
yeah,
but
he was just kind of scenery.
Yeah, and pretty scary, dude. When I was a kid, I didn't like how he looked, especially in live action.
Yeah, no, he's creepy in live action for real.
Yeah, because I remember I used to have a Hasbro action figure of him, and you could kind of like feel how like sharp like his little dangle things are, and it was just like nasty, and his ears look gross. But I mean, dope character. Can't hate on him. Maybe underneath that, he's a handsome man.
I've seen where they've taken it off him, and he's not.
Yeah, no, he's not. Definitely, Cobb Vanth's face is not under there. That is truth.
That is true. It is not.
But, for me to kick it up, my favorite low-key Jedi, of course, Quinlan Vos, but Kit Fisto. I love my guy. I love the meme.
That's a good one, too.
I love the meme picture where it's like Attack of the Clones, Kit Fisto, and then he's like, Revenge of the Sith, and it's like the war. This man really saw some shit during the Clone Wars. I'm gonna have to put that up. But I mean, yeah, Kit Fisto's dope. It kind of sucks, just like Plo Koon, how they just like threw him off. He died. Kit Fisto, especially, going against Palpatine, that's obviously one of the strongest Force wielders to ever wield the Force, like we were talking last episode. But it's just unfortunate that Kit Fisto had, fallen to him. But he lasted longer than, Kolar and Saesee Tiin. So he definitely, put up a couple spars against Palpatine. But actually in the Revenge of the Sith book, when Anakin walks into Mace Windu and Palpatine, after they're fighting, he actually walks into the quarters and sees Kit Fisto's head just laying on the ground. Because what we see is it's more of like a slash across the chest, like shoulder to chest, and that's how Kit Fisto died from that strike. But in the book, he like got beheaded, so it's like no, and some tentacles got sliced off too, because you can't behead him without it's just crazy scenery, and like Anakin saw that, so just nuts, man. They shouldn't have done my boy dirty like that.
For real. Damn.
So, but I mean, I'm hoping. I had a crazy idea in my head the other day. It obviously wasn't crazy enough for me to remember it, but like a way for Quinlan Vos to be like brought back, especially like in the Mandoverse, I do feel like, Cal Kestis might be coming up because I think the game's coming out probably within the next 2 years.
They're doing
So
the third
that'll,
one.
yeah. So that'll
Fire.
finalize Cal Kestis and his journey. Um, but I think with Marin being a Night Sister, it'd be tight if they go to Dathomir and Thrawn and like the Night Mothers now that they're back like in the normal galaxy. That if they're on Dathomir, they revamp and bring back Asajj Ventress. Like I think that would be dope because I keep hearing rumors of Maul being brought back, and especially with the death he got in Rebels, he definitely just needs to be kept.
Yeah, I mean they brought him back once, so
Yeah,
bringing him
and
back twice is just a little much.
yeah, I mean Palpatine could do it, somehow Palpatine returned, but I don't want it to be somehow Maul returned. That's just
Again,
yeah, no. Asajj Ventress though, dude, we haven't had her in live action,
and
and
plus
she's
she doesn't die on screen, so I mean they could just, I mean they really want to, they can retcon the book she died in.
yeah, and
It's not a super big deal.
yeah, I'm like 60 pages into that book again. It just sucks because, obviously Count Dooku killed her, but Quinlan Voss took her to Dathomir that way she could, rest with her sisters. But they're gonna have to bring someone with force powers of some sort to, be on Thrawn's side, because if we sit and think we got Din Djarin, we got Grogu, Bo-Katan, Boba Fett, Cobb Vanth, Kersantin, the Axe Woves, Koska Reeves, all those Mandalorians on that side. Maybe Cal Kestis, maybe Omega, maybe. Yeah, like it's too many people. That's way too many people just to go against Thrawn and 3 Night Mothers and an undead army. So hopefully they bring back. Maybe there's like an Savage Press 2.0
That'd be
or
cool.
Asajj Ventress or both.
Be cool. Savage wouldn't be bad, but then I think if you're like one of the more casual fans, they're just like, why is Darth Maul a different fucking color?
Yeah.
So I don't know that there'd be. That could happen, but I don't know. I think even Ventress, you'd have to have a understanding of the Clone Wars to know who she is.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So I don't know if they would do that. It feels to me like they would probably just make some fallen Jedi, like the one guy who crashed on Dathomir in the first Jedi Survivor game.
Oh, God damn it, man. I forgot his name. But he's such a pain in the ass in the game. Like when you get to that part, and like I had trouble getting like jumping the ledge to go back to the temple that he was on. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, why is this taking me 20 minutes? And then I had to look it up on YouTube and then just to fight that dude.
Yeah, I did
like,
too. It's a pain in the ass. But
Malkos?
I would think they would do Malicos.
Malicos, yeah.
Yeah. I would think they would do something like that so they understand it's a fallen Jedi. Maybe a master. It doesn't have to be someone from the council. Probably a master, just, to give them someone big and bad to fight.
Yeah.
And then that's really all I got to say about him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with that. I feel like we're definitely going to need... And I also left out Ezra and Luke and Sabine and Ahsoka. But yeah, there's gonna be some people falling in that one. But we'll save all of the Mandoverse stuff for next week because that's when we'll have Explore the Force on, and we'll talk all that with them. Well, if we're gonna go a little bit forward here, who in your opinion has the best Jedi story, Jedi arc? Who has something that like symbolizes like that is one of the best Jedi, and this is why?
If you want to go like prime Jedi, it's probably Obi-Wan Kenobi because he goes. I mean, it feels like he's the poster child.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that a Jedi should be and should do is exactly what he does and how he is. I mean, he's been through the most out of all the Jedi in all the stories. more than Anakin probably,
Oh
and
yeah.
he doesn't think about going to the dark side now. He throws it all away for a little bit, but I mean, who wouldn't? So,
Right.
but otherwise, I mean, I think that you want like a poster child for the perfect Jedi is probably Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. I would agree. I think Obi-Wan definitely sets the tone for what you would think you know, the best Jedi could be, can almost beat anyone. Could beat the strongest Force user besides Palpatine. He defeated the Chosen One 3 times, and
Mm-hmm.
technically four, on the Death Star, even though Vader was the one that walked away. Um, Obi-Wan told him that if he struck him down, he would be, more powerful than he could ever imagine. And he was one with the Force, So
Yeah.
I think Obi-Wan, I think Luke especially is who Luke is, obviously, just with the um, plain and simple fact that he is the son of the Chosen One. He
Mm-hmm.
obviously has that force power, but without, Obi-Wan's guidance, even getting him to Yoda and just the way he is handled throughout the original trilogy, Luke would not be who he was without Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan definitely sets the tone for what a lot goes on. Um, I think another cool arc too is with Count Dooku as a Jedi.
Yeah.
Def-
That's
Definitely with
awesome.
Tales of the Jedi, seeing him, make his transition, and it's that we talked about that last week as well. But it's just crazy to think that Dooku, whether dark or light, always gets brought up. Even more than Vader, because Dooku spent, both, he spent a lot of time on both sides of the field, but was very, very successful on both sides. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I just think it's really cool that Dooku can get that shine on both sides, but you gotta give it to Obi-Wan.
Absolutely. Hold
But
on just a
who's
second.
the yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, my throat's just really fucking dry. Some wah up in here. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It's nice too because I like if anything happens, I can click like mark clip and it'll mark it, and then I can just swipe it out after.
Oh, that's
So
clutch.
yeah, so anytime you mess up or I mess up, just let it happen because it's easy to fix. Fucking mic. Yes. So if we're to think of the strongest Jedi, I think, I'm definitely going to go the route of Anakin. It's cheap, but he's the strongest Jedi to, ever wield the Force. Yoda is, obviously the exception. But even like Obi-Wan said, when Qui-Gon got Anakin's this person's midichlorian count is even higher than Master Yoda's. So that's obviously like a huge, light, like duh.
Yeah.
This guy is obviously the strongest Jedi. Um, Besides all of his emotions, his upbringing, his downfall, Anakin by far is the strongest Jedi to ever live, force wise.
No, I mean, you're right. It's the cheap thing to say because the whole universe revolves around him and his family. I mean, it would either be him or it'd be Luke, but it's just not Luke. I mean,
Yeah.
it isn't. So, like you said, it is cheap, but it's just, in my opinion, it's the only correct answer.
Yes. And it sometimes it's so irritating because I love Luke. Luke is, one of my favorite Jedi, but it's like at the same time, man, it's just like Luke is not what Anakin was by far. And like there's people who really think that Luke is stronger than, you know, Anakin. And it's just like, okay, I get you liking Luke, but there's just no way. There's just no way.
He was Luke was stronger than a beat up, not even angry anymore, just kind of sad Vader, who has just been kind of moping his way around ever
Right.
since he found out that he had a son.
Right.
I mean, if this is Prime Vader like we see in Kenobi, he he's getting mincemeat.
Yes.
But
Easy.
I mean, even if it's like, or if it's Anakin, just not March of the Jedi Temple, Dark Side Anakin, just regular Anakin. He's getting smoked,
Yeah.
no question.
And
Yeah,
it's crazy too to think like, speaking about that Anakin, like it's crazy to know like Anakin did all that stuff at the Jedi Temple, you know, took out the younglings, had an entire battalion of 501st troopers, like, and what we see in Kenobi when he just goes through Reva and her friends, like easy, it's nothing. But it's just so crazy to know that Obi-Wan like defeated him after like all of that had happened. And then
mm-hmm.
Anakin goes to Mustafar and takes out, you know, Viceroy, takes out, you know, Gunray. And it's just like, damn, dude, like he just went like on
Yeah,
this fucking merciless kill streak, like enemy AC 130 above, like it's on its way.
couple away from attack nuke.
Like, yeah, Luke or tactical Luke, fucking Anakin, like straight up has a like nuke coming. Like it, dude went 30-0 real quick, but like Obi-Wan even took him down. Like it's just wild, bro. Like us talking about, you know, Anakin being the strongest Jedi, but then again, it's just like Obi-Wan's like, nah, I got this.
Well, he also had the advantage because he trained Luke. Like if
Right.
Obi-Wan was just like someone on the outside who just knew him,
Mm-hmm.
he'd be dust too.
Yeah.
But he knew him. He trained him. Like they showed at Kenobi. He's like when they're on Florum,
Mm.
and they've got the troopers outside trying to break down the door. He's like he doesn't have time for. He doesn't have the patience for a siege. I
Right.
mean, it had been 10 years since he'd last seen him, but he knows exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
So that's why he was able to beat him all these times. It's just because he knows what he's going to do because he knows him.
Right. And it definitely helps, you know, Obi-Wan, especially with you know, Vader and his tactics, is he knows that he's just pissed. Like it's usually when, like, you know, there's some people, you know, like Kobe Bryant, if he was mad, like he was dropping 40 on you. If I'm mad, I'm not even scoring because it's just being pissed and doing something just throws me way out of the game.
No
But
facts.
it's like Obi-Wan knows that about Anakin. He knows how easily he's triggered, and you know, obviously he can use that to his advantage, but man, it's just crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Also, too, I thought it was super weird. You know, some people, like I remember when Kenobi came out, a lot of people thought that the scene where the fire was between Obi-Wan and Vader, and people were like, in the Kenobi series, everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, what? Why is Vader scared of the fire? You know, like his suit is bulletproof, it's fireproof, weatherproof, you know, whatever." And it's just like, really, we're gonna nitpick on him being scared of some fire? Obviously, if some flames just erupt in front of you, you're kind of gonna like flinch at it. But the
Yeah.
way that Vader picks Obi-Wan up and just like drags him through the fire, like at first I was like, dude, Obi-Wan might be toast.
Well, you see, he's at the point where he's the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the galaxy. I mean, I mean, no one's there's no one's gonna take him down now.
Right.
So he's got his old master who sliced him and diced him.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of playing with his food at that point. He's just messing around. I mean, he wanted to kill him right there. He would have.
Right. And it's like I said, like I thought he was toast, but at the same time, like I was like, man, is he literally gonna get like caught, like set on fire, and then the Empire takes him in, and then like, you know, like obviously they're gonna skip the interrogation and the questioning. Like imagine if Obi-Wan like actually got captured, and like Tala and like Ned B didn't save them,
Yeah.
and got him in back to. But like imagine like if he like went with Vader, like Vader, dude, like they could have had like a whole thing right there, and then it would have been dope if like Kenobi like broke out somehow and like got away. But you're not slipping Vader and his, you know, like especially with the entire empire behind his back. That'd just be cool,
Yeah,
though.
no, it would be cool, but yeah, you're right. That wouldn't be very realistic.
Yeah, but Obi-Wan is definitely a pinpoint topic within the Jedi universe, but you and I are really expecting to see some sort of Yoda with white Jedi robes and the acolyte, with a Wookiee Jedi being introduced finally, other than Gunji, the little
Mm-hmm.
homie. What kind of role do you think that this Wookiee is going to play, like in the acolyte? Do you think it's going to be a character that gets a lot of screenplay, or it's just going to kind of be here and there? What do you think?
Wookiees are obviously a fan favorite. Chewbacca. I mean, just the Wookiees themselves in Revenge of the Sith. I think he's going to be a focal point of the show. I think he's going to get a decent amount of screen time.
Yeah, that'd be tight. I think what would be cool, kind of like what you said, everyone loves Chewbacca. How could you hate a Wookiee? I think it would be cool as if, we get some like Wookiee stuff, like we see, Grogu everywhere. Obviously, Grogu is a baby version of Yoda, and it's not going to
Mm-hmm.
be a super marketable point, but I think it would be cool to see, some Jedi Wookiee stuff, maybe get a Funko of this said Jedi, or a Lego set of the Acolyte, and we get a freaking, Wookiee minifig that's
Mm-hmm.
has a has a lightsaber. Like, sign me up. That sounds dope as hell.
I bet we get him. We'll get him in something. I don't know about a Lego set, but a Funko, absolutely. Probably
Oh yeah.
probably a Lego, but definitely a Funko.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if they come out with a white robed Yoda, that thing is going into a protector case. Like, that thing is not breathing the same oxygen I'm breathing.
Keep it safe. Yeah, that'd
Got
be
to.
fire. I'll get that one too if they make one.
Yeah, because I was also thinking with the Acolyte, like we're going back 100 years before Phantom Menace. I'm trying to think of if there's any other Jedi that would be alive around that time. I don't know how long the species of Kiadi Mundi, like I don't know how old they last in their lifespan. I don't know if he's going to be around. Mace Windu's human, so he's not going to live as long.
I think they live longer. Uh, Humans do in this universe. I don't know how much
Palpatine,
longer, but
I think, is like 150 or 190 or something like that. But
the
that's
question is
also
could it be like the Force
right.
doing that,
So,
or can normal people live longer? That I'm not sure of. I'll have to look
yeah,
up that actually after we get done with this tonight because I want to know now.
if someone is watching at this 30-minute point, if you know how long humans live, drop that in the comments. That'd be cool.
It'd be cool if we could see like some of them like as younglings
Yes,
at the very end.
yes.
That'd be cool.
I know. I wish Grogu wasn't 55 years old during the Mandoverse. That'd be tight. As if we see him like being born or something, like as a little like end credit scene. Like, that'd be kind
Yeah,
of tight.
that'd be cool.
But yeah, fuck, man, it'd be so, because I feel like it's just going to be a lot of characters that are going to be new. I think that's what's going to be best for the show. Um, with it being from the point of view of Sith, I think that's going to definitely open, everyone's eyes to be like, the Jedi are kind of weird. Like, they do things differently. The Sith they actually have a point. Like, you can definitely feel bad for a Sith. Can't be mad at them. So
Yeah,
I think it's going to be cool that we're actually going to get to see a lot more Jedi, because I think in the Acolyte, they're kind of looked at as the bad guys. So that's going to be pretty tight, because obviously the Jedi to Sith ratio is completely outnumbered.
yeah, that's going to be a very interesting perspective and one that they haven't given us before. I mean, you could like the closest you see is the disillusionment of Dooku in the
Tales of Jedi.
Tales of the Jedi. Jesus Christ, yes, the Tales of the Jedi. That's the closest we really get to seeing, that they're kind of, they do a lot really at the beck and call of the Senate.
Right.
But I think if they're giving us like an actual, like, okay, they're kidnapping kids.
Yeah,
This is
that's a little creepy.
It's a little fucked up. I think that'll be a cool perspective, and I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Oh yeah. And dude, I don't know about you, but like when I was a kid, like episode 1 and 2 were kind of just like cool. I'd skip through them, that way I can see some, battle on Geonosis, Duel of Fates. Like I want to see the lightsabers ignited and going at it, but I just really couldn't sit and grasp the political side of it, as a 10-year-old. But rewatching them, like once I was like 18, 19, 20, I can understand it a lot more. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be tight in Acolyte to see what kind of political roles are being played and how the Republic was like looked at. Like it's going to be a lot different than what's going on during Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and even like the original trilogy. So that'll be tight.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool to see how they're gonna put that into effect. I'd like to. I'll be interested just to see like the technology difference of these 100 years. The ships, the droids, stuff like that. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Maybe we see. I wonder when R2 was like created. I don't think there is anything that explains where he came from or when he was built.
I think there's some stuff if you look it up on Wikipedia. So he's by the time of the sequels, I think he's like 50, 60.
He's still a young lad. Bro, you know who's actually has a chance to be an Acolyte?
Who?
Hu Yang.
Oh yeah, I bet he's in there.
Bro's like 50,000 years old.
Yeah, they'll definitely put him in there then, because I think he's more of a favorite character.
Yeah,
so
that'd be tight.
I bet he shows up for sure.
Like Hu Yang and like Yoda or something. Dude, I think Yoda's gonna have a bigger part than we think. I could be wrong. I could just be saying this and he's not even in the show once, or even for 5 minutes. But watch him actually be a huge like role in the show.
I'd love that. Honestly,
no one's gonna like put that in trailers yet. It's gonna be kind of like a more of a surprise character.
I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Who the fuck else would be in there? I feel like it's kind of a stretch to see and think who's going to be in there other than like Hu Yang and Yoda, obviously. Maybe Kiadi-Mundi. Because his species... Yeah, because his species, they have 2 brains. Cool little fun fact.
So, when Revenge of the Sith takes place, Kiadi-Mundi was 92, it says.
Damn it. So, he's like 30 years late.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
damn. Well, that's all right. Sure. Never mind.
I mean, they could say Kit Fisto's old too. Well, I guess we can see.
Oh yeah, see how old Kit Fisto was in Revenge of the Sith. Kit Fisto was 132 years old. He's an Acolyte, and he's like a baby.
Baby Fisto. No, I don't want to fucking... Do we have anything on his childhood? I don't see anything from him before 34 BBY. It's the earliest I can see.
So, like... Yeah. Damn. Well, hit us up, Disney. We'll write Kit Fisto's backstory.
Facts. He's actually 800 years old. He's actually older than Yoda.
Older than Yoda, better than Yoda. Kit Fisto was just so strong that they're like, nah, you kind of have to be on the side because, yeah, we can't have that. There's only one green guy that can run the show. Yeah. You're so buff, you have to get nerfed.
Let's go stand in the
Kit
corner.
Fisto is nerfed. That way Palpatine could win.
Facts.
Well, is there any Jedi shit you want to add?
I can't think of anything, honestly.
All right. Jedi Lego set 2024 hasn't been announced. It's going to be a surprise set. This is not real. This is fake. But imagine if we get a, what are we going, 25th anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
Qui-Gon Jinn, buildable lightsaber hilt.
I would like it if they build like those hilts like that. They had the Luke one as a gift with purchase for something.
Yeah, that was like 2019 or something around there, because there's a Luke and a Yoda.
Oh yeah, I didn't know there was a Yoda one. I knew the Luke one, and I think that was a little more recent, last year. So
they're so dope.
No,
but
I
like
think they should do that.
Qui-Gon's would be tight because like he has the bottom half is like black, and then it has the red button, and then it's just gray on the top. Pretty tight.
Those would be cool. If they did that and you built like a display stand, so you're setting them, kind of like on the display stand,
right?
Showing like that, that'd be cool. I don't know that you could make it super big if you're making like 400 pieces for $40 a piece. I'd buy those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they should be a gift with purchase. The only thing people are going to do is keep one and then resell the others. Like, they should just make those sets, just mass produce them. That way people can buy them.
I'm not sure how cool the build would be, though. It would just be a lot of gray and black pieces.
Yeah. I mean, you also look at the Millennium Falcon. It's just a blob of gray, a little bit of red.
Except for the Dark Millennium Falcon that's coming this year.
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, that all-white Darth Vader fig is going to be worth a lot.
Yeah, so I'm buying it. I'm buying it just for that. I don't have a Falcon anyways. Maybe this is the midi-scale Falcon they're talking about. It's this one.
Like the MIDI scale is the dark one?
Yeah.
It's going to be two separate.
Oh, well, I guess I'll go from no Millennium Falcons to 2 this year.
Yeah. Shit, I might have to have 3.
Because there's no way I'm not missing out on a fucking white Darth Vader suit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And there's a dark Chewie, a dark C-3PO, and a dark Rey. And like a Gungan in a blue suit or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then they said there's a possibility of another one.
Yeah. I don't know who you could throw in. Maybe like a dark.
Who's the Gungan though?
Yeah, makes no sense.
Are we getting? What if it's Darth Jar Jar?
That is a rumor.
That'd be funny as shit. I'd get that big framed with my chopper one.
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, they need to do that. Now that I've spoken into existence, now it must happen.
Darth Jar Jar versus Obi-Wan. Who wins?
Darth Jar Jar.
I say Obi-Wan wins quicker than he killed Maul. It's just 1 slash Jar Jar's done.
He would just look at Jar Jar and just chop homies.
It's the Jar Jar Lego death scream. I can't.
Can you add that into this? Can you add that into this?
40 minutes. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm actually. All right, chat. We're out. This is gonna wrap it up. The last video, the Sith podcast episode, was about 45 minutes. This one will be around 35 to 40 minutes. Short and sweet, but details were hit. Never miss. Clan Brandalorian, thank you guys for coming out. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Catch y'all next time.